Hey, so here you are to the audio commentary portion of Til Death Do Us Part with Carmen and Dave. Look at that. Hi, babe.
Hi.
You ever done one of these before?
No, actually I haven't. I've done looping, but I've never
Look at this.
done this.
Oh, look, it's the Osbournes.
Being simple with our closest friends and
Oh, Gwen.
Oh, Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner.
Such a circus.
This is, wow. Oh, do you remember that? Do you remember that?
We should have just eloped.
We can say whatever we want to. Oh, look, here we go. Look how pretty you look.
Oh,
This was the opening sequence.
Oh, look
that
at my
took-
boobs
how
falling
long did
out,
this take
look.
to make?
hours and hours.
Hours and hours.
But
That's
it
what
was
happens.
fun.
Yeah. Well, Fernando, one of the executive producers, the producer or the one executive, yeah. This was his, I don't know, his magnum opus, if you will. He kind of created this and put it together, and he dreamt it up, and I thought it looked good. But the Til Death Do Us Part thing, and then there's us dead. That's a little weird. So we're parted? Well, there's a.
Well,
There we
let's
are.
see. It all started 3 years ago.
Remember that day sitting on the couch?
I do, but do you remember?
We were
there
so
was-
miserable.
But there was one day when we got into a huge fight. I don't know if it was this one, in between takes, and we had to be all Harry Met Sally, lovey-dovey, and
was.
cute.
Because we were really uncomfortable on that couch.
We did not.
Remember?
He always said
Well, every
that.
time
He
MTV
said
came
that.
over to film this stuff, it was
Our
they
first date
redid
was
the house. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
can't just sit you in a chair. They got to move everything you own.
Pisses me off.
Right.
What's up with that?
And you get mad when I lean against
First
you.
date,
I'm not feeling it. There's a nice shot of my shoe, by the way. Did you see
very
that?
innocent. We made out on it.
That's the magic of the editing room.
We didn't even.
Let's get tight on his shoe.
And then.
And I still have not received Nike endorsements as a result of that.
Oh, you
I
just.
hit that
That was, yeah. Look at that.
good, son. Tight.
I was kind of cocky.
Yeah, I paid you to say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, these little ad lib segments. I've always watched reality TV and seen like people, do their addressing the camera thing, and I always felt like it was really natural and honest and real. But
Anyway,
God, this is
we had
weird
this
to do.
brilliant idea. We're getting
You know,
married
because you're already talking about something you already did, and now we're talking about us talking about something we already did.
I know, I have no idea what's actually going on.
This is the third
The
time we're
DVD.
talking about it. I don't know what else I can tell you. Yeah, we were sitting there, and
2 TV shows.
I mean, it's funny.
movies, calendars, website stuff, phone
I'm running out of material.
I am too.
calendars.
I think we got to get onto it, huh?
So we decided.
Oh, there's a. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at the hand.
Yeah, that's sensitive. This wasn't the day, by the way, that we got into the fight.
She just
It wasn't.
This was the first couch sequence that we did.
Yeah, let's get a shot of that terrible looking deck.
They kept shooting that deck.
Hey,
Hi, Randy.
Wow. And this is when I had to pretend like she knocked on the door for the first time.
That's right, we had to reshoot that
Yeah.
that part.
They didn't do a lot of coaching on
to
us,
this, what kind of
which I was glad. But every once in a while they made us walk through a door again, or, oh, we didn't get that.
Yeah, basically what we're going to do for
Look at that beard.
needs to bring
That thing's just growing
That's a
like
hell of a
crazy.
beard.
It's getting longer and longer.
Well, that
you all
won't-
don't know about.
That won't be so.
This was actually the first,
Outside of the trailer trap.
the very first reality shoot day.
There was so much.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was like the first time we started the show was when
There's a
Randy
few
walked
family
in.
members that.
And you can tell that we're a little uncomfortable
So they sort
of
of
the
mentioned
cameras and
rent
stuff.
Definitely.
trailer.
Oh yeah, and then I was sort of talking about my family
Yeah.
and arriving in a trailer and whatnot. And
Do you really want to do that?
Only
I just want to specifically say that it's not my entire family,
Yeah.
just a select few, and I think we'll see that later on.
Or is it just two of them?
It might just be two of them. So no offense to the rest of my family, but
Sure, I'll give it another try.
there was hotel accommodations, guest list, wedding party.
Did you want the dog in it?
In the wedding?
She, she has social
The after
anxiety. She gets very nervous in public.
Okay.
The flowers, the tuxes, the bridal registry.
Can we register at a bank? Look how uncomfortable I am.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a camera on me. That's literally what's going through my head at that moment.
Suits. And the bachelor party. It should be like, honestly, strippers
Yeah,
of,
for
of
sure.
both genders and.
Well, okay.
I was happy.
Both genders.
I was happy you didn't go with the
Look
both
at
genders
you
thing.
offering both genders. That's
That
so
was my ploy.
Nice of you.
That was my ploy to get
Then
chicks.
you cater
You know, to say both genders, and then that way you're like, okay, and then we
I
get
think it
chicks.
was a little slip up.
You know.
A little,
What?
a little fantasy in your mind.
Did you mention carrot
Could
cake?
be.
You mentioned ice cream cake.
Who
you
knows?
I hate those shoes.
Let's get this out.
What, mine?
No, mine.
Kind of an eating issue.
Oh.
So if it's like
The eating
greatest
issue.
cake in the world or a ding dong,
He'll
I'm gonna
eat
be
the whole
just as
thing.
happy.
Tomorrow we're doing a walkthrough with all the vendors so they can see the space.
Wow. When she said vendors, I didn't.
It's just Randy Pellegrini.
We're doing a walkthrough with all the vendors. I didn't. I
There's a lot
thought.
of vendors and a lot of people gonna be there.
I thought because you liked Coke so much, there were going to be vending machines. I didn't know what vendors were. I still don't. Were there people selling T-shirts and things at our wedding?
Dave LaChapelle, photograph us in a morgue naked.
Yeah, David LaChapelle. So excited.
Jesus, look at that beard. It's unbelievable. I just gotten off the road, and you know, when your hair grows, you don't realize that it's growing that long until you see it later.
Shooting.
Yeah, I just shaved my beard before I got here.
Yeah, well, you got to do that daily.
The idea is that it's
Fuck you.
lying in a
It's a daily maintenance thing. I'm joking.
even after death, which is in some circles would be considered somewhat morbid.
This was
but
the death photo shoot.
it's actually
This is still one of the coolest things we ever did.
I know.
You know, I'll tell you, back in the old days.
And remember, I've always wanted to do a crime scene photo shoot with you.
I know.
With
So
yellow
this is
tape
the
and-
closest thing to it.
This is pretty cool.
Honey,
I love this.
are you okay?
I fell off the wagon.
You really look
I love.
freaky.
You're so cute here. Watch this.
I want you to stop smoking.
Oh,
I don't want you to look like this.
Oh man.
that is
How
cute.
was your day, babe?
That's fine.
Well, this was obviously
but it, you know.
the day with David LaChapelle, the world-renowned photographer. It's odd, isn't it, talking about stuff that we've already done commentary to?
Yeah, it's
Because
kinda
here's the
strange.
thing, it's already real. So what you're seeing is what it is. And then here's you explaining what you're seeing.
Right. Well,
And
we're
now-
just kind of commenting on, you know,
And now here's us talking
little
about
things that happen. Look at David LaChapelle.
Honored when
He's
he
the
decided
best.
to shoot our photos for us.
yeah.
This is fucking crazy. You know where you have a plastic over there?
Do you remember there was sort of a red substance?
Yeah, I thought that was I still don't know if those were real, those things.
Yeah, we have no idea
must
where
have
they
been
came
real.
from.
I don't know, but I think that they were slimy and cold and
First, I
it was
think when
just,
you open this invitation,
it was just not good.
startling. But I think that says a lot about Carmen and Dave's personality.
See, here's once again the tombstone.
Live their life.
Excuse me.
Goals. I think that
I don't know what
it's perfect for them and perfect for
I don't know what the tombstone's all about because the show is Till Death Do Us Part,
Bride of Frankenstein.
and then ultimately we're in
We're
the
not
ground.
together
Yeah.
anymore.
I mean that's
Probably in the bride.
that's a little odd, don't you think?
That's what happens. And that, you know,
Did you ever see that Curb Your Enthusiasm where he doesn't want to be this life and the afterlife when they renew their vows?
No. Oh, yes.
And she's like, now and forever. And he goes, what do you mean forever? I thought this was it, this life.
Look at Biggie,
If you're bored with this commentary, go get the
ready to die.
box set of the first season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. That'll entertain you.
we've already done it on shit.
Mama Makeup,
No, we haven't.
who was actually a very famous makeup artist. You know, she worked with Madonna,
Yeah.
Truth or Dare.
We always had,
Ooh, toe tags.
we still
remember
have
that?
them.
I know.
They're in
I
your-
was so scared.
Expired. Why don't we put
See, once again, it's like everybody's like,
We're okay. We're alive.
everybody's trying to cut us down before we even get going.
in a sense, it's the expiration of our single life.
And here's me trying to explain it and find some deep reason.
Which is marriage.
That's retarded.
Exactly.
They can't all be winners, honey.
No, they can't. Oh, look at that. The settings. Oh, that's magical. You know, when you're watching this without like all the music and the voices and stuff, you really get a sense of the magic they've done in the editing room. You know what I mean? I never noticed that sun before.
Do you remember how cold it was?
Yeah.
This is like a cadaver table.
Yeah, I do. I
We
remember.
actually took our clothes. We were naked.
I know. Look at the Converse.
Why there's red stuff.
That freaked me out.
Shit, man, they drain them. This is where they drain all the stuff.
Look at you.
I'm sure they wouldn't they like.
And there's probably
I literally almost started masturbating when we were doing
Oh, God.
this. This is awesome.
This is so you, Dave.
I know.
But I love it. All right, well, let's just hop on up here. I definitely.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's cute.
A loving
So
moment.
much in love. I just went through probably one of the hardest times of my life, and
Yeah.
honestly, I felt
Oh.
like I just wanted to give up. You know, either I'm gonna be a lesbian, and I ain't fucking with guys.
And I still might be a lesbian, actually.
Or I'm just gonna be alone, and I really had no hope, no faith, especially in Hollywood. And I would go to sleep.
That was
at
my sad
night,
music for your little story.
sad, and I would just grab a book, you know, and just, you know, read.
Fuck you.
What? I didn't say anything.
I could to just keep
It's just cute. You go, I'd grab a book and
A year later,
read.
I met Dave.
Shut up.
it's cute.
It's a serious little moment.
I
there.
know it is, but they can watch it seriously without us yapping over it. I was proud of us for this.
So when you throw
I remember I didn't eat for about a week prior to this.
to invite certain friends and family members.
We're gonna be naked.
The beauty of this idea is that hopefully some of them will be so disgusted they won't even come. But of course, you've already invited them, so everybody's kind of happy.
Why don't you move?
Kind of digging the hair a little bit shorter.
Grab the pan. You gotta really
You know what I mean?
lift it so it's just
No?
diffused in the air. Right now I'm seeing smoke.
How can you tell?
The arrows on these. I need to
I'm looking at it.
work on these. Okay.
If you're watching this
I think that
this commentary right now is probably a good time to go to the fridge and
guy and
get a Coke or something. You don't have to pause it. Just let it go on.
friendly and cool
You know.
and you know hasn't got time.
Look at those abs.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't eat anything. I really didn't. I was starving that day. I felt like I was gonna die.
A little more smoke.
What I did like about David so much is that he just shoots fast, and it's like, here we go, we're done.
He's such a genius. He just knows. He has a vision, and he knows exactly
He knows
what
what
to
it
do.
is, and he
Yeah,
does
he's
it.
incredible.
That's that.
Wait, don't shake.
Why did I get so much more veiny than you?
Moving my camera.
I don't know, but I actually thought in the picture you looked more dead than I
do
did.
too. I do too.
Kill the smoke. Too much smoke. Chill. I said kill the
See?
Listen to me anymore.
Cypress Hill is in the room next to us, you know, lighting one up. Too much smoke.
Oh, wow. Hold it. Perfect.
Is there any more coffee out there?
Great. You guys have
For those of you watching this at home, I'm looking through a glass window. There's a crew of people overseeing the audio commentary of this, and
But
I'm
now
referring
I'm starting
to one of them for a cup of coffee. I noticed that nobody's getting up, too. There we go. Oh, and there's the final shot. Look at that.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I actually had a conversation with my grandma, who eventually watched the show and saw the invitations anyway. Who had said, you know, I guess some of our other family members were a little uncomfortable with that, and my grandma said I would have done the same thing if I were her age. So
Grandma,
yeah,
who
grandma's
appears
down.
in episode 7.
Grandma is down.
It was a mess. That lady?
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Oh, look at your dad.
Oh, I love my dad.
Look, it's not enough space.
Look, I'm so proud of your closet. I gotta show my dad.
We saw this on a TV show last week. I
Toby,
noticed this on TV.
my stepmother.
And then this.
They are funny. It's hard to believe that they're my parents, huh?
Is that your television?
Look at that. I'm still proud of that thing. That is, honestly, there's 2 things in my life that are very valuable.
Part of the process.
One is my marriage to you,
Which is really nice.
and the other is that television. And if I had to choose, I don't know what, it would take me a minute.
I'm glad you talk a lot.
Well, do you,
Would you like another cup of coffee?
I need another cup. Am I talking too much?
No, it's good.
Feel free to chime in, huh?
Keep going.
I'm gonna stop talking now.
Look how preppy your dad is. He's so cute.
There's a 4-year-old girl, Carmen's niece,
Yes.
that's going to be in it.
Yes.
Is she gonna
Oh,
be
my
fun?
little
Are you
niece.
I think
talking
so.
about it?
I think so.
Because Henry's 4 years old.
Still not
Henry
talking.
could be escort or something.
Come on.
And the 2 4-year-olds we could put hand in hand walking down or
Do
something.
we have that on here?
In a minute, she's going to give you. She's got parts for her mother and her father.
Hey,
My dad is funny. I guess I get a lot of my sense of humor from him, huh?
It looks that way.
Get him to stop.
Believe me, I really want him to stop.
That back there is Richard, our assistant. Oh, you can bring that in here, hon. Seriously. I mean, this is part of the fun of the audio commentary.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
At the end of the day,
I see how hung your dad is.
Do you see that? My dad calls that the,
If you rewind, you'll see
is he a huge one?
his package is hanging off the
you.
couch.
That's what he calls the Navarro curse.
Too bad you didn't get it.
I don't suffer from that curse.
smoking, honey.
He says he's cursed.
Oh yeah, talking about that smoking. Look at.
My dad is packing some heat. Look at that. That is just, that's
That's
almost,
unbelievable.
God, it really
Speaking
is.
of smoking, when are you gonna stop, honey?
I don't know. I don't know.
I really need you to think about it.
Okay. Because wow, he's really, oh, here's where it got heavy, right?
I said to, Mike, neither one of you have a mom during this really important event in your lives. And I'm certainly not close to being your mom at all, but if there's anything that I can do, I love talking to you about this stuff.
We gotta let this,
Besides just having your...
because I actually had to call and apologize later. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Have a little bit of experience.
She was cool.
Hi, Dave.
I was never breastfed, so I could.
Honey, you're a little bit for that. How big is the wedding?
See, they're used to my sense of humor, but I didn't know
My brother,
that,
his girlfriend.
once it's on television, it's a whole nother trip. So
Right.
I called him before this episode aired, and I warned him.
They're...
So this little breastfeeding joke I made, I hope it's cool, because it's in there.
Oh, and I meant that I wasn't as close to
Who to invite?
my other brothers,
Intense.
but I'm close to my half-brother Mark, who you'll see later, and my niece Shayna and Chad. I grew up close to them, so
If I don't invite certain people.
Which one did you not mean?
my other brothers.
And this is a sad
They didn't come?
Really
The ones
No.
that didn't come?
One of the reasons why I feel this way about family is because when my mom
I like doing this show, though.
lost touch with a lot
I had a
of
good
family,
time.
I know.
that's when you
I did
reached
too.
out to. The ones
This
that
was,
go
I think,
away
like the second
aren't really there for you.
appearance of the cameras
Then when you
for
get on
us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was, obviously shot in sequence. It has to be.
15 years
But,
It's not yourself,
already
it's
we're
the
both
of my life
much more
today,
open and comfortable with
which is
having a crew around.
I want to include the people that are.
You know what I mean?
Did you ever work out that family
I don't wanna,
situation you
out
had?
of courtesy, extend an invitation that I feel.
Kind of. Yeah, there was a situation where certain family members were invited and certain members of their family weren't, and it became a big drama. And I think it's certainly it's worked out now. I ain't losing any sleep over it. I'll tell you that much.
Both of us, we should just follow our hearts and, if you were close to that person, then obviously invite them, and if not, what can you do? Dave's parents are really sweet. You can tell.
Don't you
You
wish?
have no idea how many people
I
were
was
mad
gonna
at me.
say, don't you wish you
Here's looking at you.
thought of this when you said that?
I know. It's unbelievable. I can count at least 10 people that are devastated that they weren't invited. And they didn't, actually mean to hurt anyone. It's just, that's the way it... Oh, yeah, look at my boy.
Doing the second video from the
Look, I look like I'm 100 years old here.
You do not!
This is a little too flippy.
You have the best skin ever.
Put out,
You're so beautiful.
Look at that guy. I literally look younger there.
Oh,
That's for
remember
sure.
that?
I gotta dye black again, I think.
Your hair was black.
That's the move. This whole natural thing I'm going for is really just not working.
That sort of wilderness
Look
look.
at you, babe.
It's that much more.
That was fun.
Oh.
Look at that. What happened?
We're about 14 years old.
you go from that to this guy?
Say we're early 20s now.
Wow. There's our best man, Steve Perkins.
That's what happens when you get married, honey.
When it all goes downhill?
Believe it or
I
not,
don't think so. I want to be handsome for you.
I think
You are.
I want to work it. I want to work
You're
it
the
out
most
for you.
handsome man in the world.
You're the most beautiful woman in the world.
place. Anything I can do to
I
Look
actually.
at your check in the mail.
Do you remember? Did you?
I'm also trying
Since this is us, just kind of. Oh look.
a jam situation.
This is when the Macy thing happened.
Oh.
Watch this.
Macy would probably do it.
Oh no, Macy.
You want Macy to come out?
No, Manson, dude.
Yeah, I want Manson too, believe me. But I'm just,
Watch.
Okay,
the other side of it.
We don't want to get too scary.
See, me and my sense of humor and my yapping, I had to call Macy and apologize.
try to
I know.
I actually did. I had to track her down on tour. She was on her tour bus.
rate me and vice versa.
Macy? And I was so scared. Do you remember?
Yeah.
God, she's gonna be hurt. She's my friend. I'm just jerk. I'm a jerk off. I just clown around and say funny stuff. I don't even think about it. But then you play it back on television. It can be hurtful.
Everything Dave does.
So I called her on the bus.
A musical genius.
And I went through like all this preparation and tripping, and I finally apologized and told her what happened. She hadn't even seen it. She didn't know what I was talking about.
This video looks kind of cool.
Look how pretty you are.
Oh. Thanks,
Same way
Bunny.
about me. I mean, even when we do things that aren't so good.
Look,
we still
oh, behind the scenes moment.
And now I'm gonna marry him. Wow, what a lucky girl.
That's for sure.